Good morning, everybody. My name is Tim Cox. This is our Advanced Concept 2 presentation. For our description, we are giving reactions only occur until one of the reactants runs out. This is referred to as the limiting reactant. Today we're going to make a lava lamp using an Alka-Seltzer tablet. Our job is to identify what reaction is occurring and what the limiting reactant is. Use the following video as a guide for making this week's experiment. Let's see. As far as the instructions are concerned, nothing special. We're told to have some water, vegetable oil per the YouTube video, a little bit of food coloring, an empty container, and then some Alka-Seltzer tablets. So in the video, we are given the instructions that we need to fill the bottle 1/4 full of water. So we'll go ahead and do that now. Yep. So try not to make a mess here. I'll just fill it up to the second line here. There we go. So we've got a little bit of water, maybe a little too much. I'll go ahead and open our oil here. Can get through the tamper-proof seal here. We're going to go ahead and fill most of this bottle up with some vegetable oil here. Now, one thing to note is that lipids are nonpolar in nature, which means that they do not like water. So this should separate quite nicely, and you should see two divided layers. The vegetable oil being hydrophobic, and you can see a clear distinction there where the oil and the water do not mix, which is one of the many reasons that this reaction works incredibly well. In the video, we're also given the instructions to add the food coloring. So I've got just some red food coloring here. Yep, of course, tamper-proof seal. Let's see. Okay. Ooh. Don't want to get that all over me. Okay, so we're just going to add a couple of drops. Now this should float flawlessly through the lipid and then integrate into the water. So I'll just add quite a few drops here, and you can see, can you see? You can see that it just kind of falls right through the lipid there, right through the fat, and then it'll settle right on top of the water until it just kind of sinks in, and it'll just break through that barrier. Yeah, so that we should have enough there. Okay, so now is the fun part. Is we're going to be adding the Alka-Seltzer tablets. Now, Alka-Seltzer is basically, at least what the active ingredients are listed, are the citric acid and sodium bicarbonate. Now, as far as the reaction is concerned with these Alka-Seltzer tablets, now so the tablet contains the sodium like I said, the sodium bicarbonate and the citric acid. As the tablet dissolves in the water, you're going to have bicarbonate and hydrogen ions that are formed. And then once in the solution, the two chemicals will react. So you'll have the bicarbonate plus the hydrogen ions, which will go to water and CO2 gas. So as you drop it, the reaction will move forward, creating the CO2. Now, once the entire tablet has been used, the reaction will no longer happen. So this would be the limiting reactant. And so ideally what you want to do is just break it into as many pieces as you can so that you have as much surface area in contact with the water as you can possibly have, and it'll give you a more effective reaction. So we're just gonna break this up into like 4 or 5 little pieces, and we're just gonna drop it all in at once. And so as you can see, we're gonna have the bubbling effect. You can already see the reaction happening. So as the CO2 gas is released, it carries a little bit of water in the CO2 bubbles, moving it to the top as the gas bubbles. As the gas bubbles release at the top, the water molecules trapped inside will then drift back to the bottom through the lipid layer, as I said before, because of the properties water and lipids don't typically mix, which is why you get that. When you get the bubbling effect, you can see as the water falls back through the lipid, carrying the small bits of food coloring with it. It gives you that really nice lava lamp effect, and as you can see, it's quite nice. So yeah, and that's this reaction for you. It's always a fun little reaction. You know, like they said in the YouTube video, you can just cap it and use it again later as a party trick, or, you know, kind of if you're hanging out and you get bored and you want to check it out. So I appreciate your time. Thank you.